Hello, everyone. On behalf of Mercer University's Center for Career and Professional Development, I want to welcome you. My name is Cindy Strobridge, the Director of Employer Relations and Special Events, and I'll be the moderator for today. Today's webinar is about using Handshake in Big Interview. At this time, all participants are in listen mode only. The webinar is expected to last around 30 minutes. Time permitting, questions will be addressed at the end of the presentation. You should submit questions through the Zoom chat box. Also, this presentation is being recorded. You'll be able to view the recording later on today on our YouTube channel, and it will be on our website. Now, I want to introduce our presenter, Stephanie Swanger.
Hey everyone, as Cindy mentioned, my name is Stephanie Swanger, and I am a career consultant with the Center for Career and Professional Development. I also have the lovely joy of being our Handshake administrator, which means I love Handshake. And so if ever you should have questions, I'm your person to go to. And so with that, I want to just go ahead and jump in and let's get started with today's material. Our goals for today are, first and foremost, we want to expose you to what our mission and purpose is. What does the Center for Career and Professional Development do? And why would you as a Mercer student or alumni want to interact with our office? Secondly, and the bulk majority of this presentation is going to be learning about resources. Specifically, the two we are covering today are Handshake and Big Interview. And then at the end, I'm going to challenge each one of you. If you haven't already done so, I want you to activate your Handshake account. So with that, who are we and what do we do? The Center for Career and Professional Development is an office at Mercer University, and our goal is to equip and empower all Mercerians. That means current students and alumni to thrive in the lifelong process of career and professional development. That means that we want to work with you from day one, and we want to continue that relationship past graduation. We would not be doing our job if we just got you to graduation, sent you across the stage and said, have a great career. We want to make sure that we're giving you the skills now and that we are continuing to develop those skills throughout your career lifeline. We do that through customized and innovative career resources that comes in group settings like this webinar or other workshops that we might provide. It comes in one-on-one meetings that you can schedule with any member of our office. And it comes through some of our events that we will host on campus, such as career fairs and networking nights. So with that, how do you find out about all of this and how do you engage with us? Well, one of the things that we are very, very proud of within our office is Handshake. And so Handshake is an online career platform that will be your resource to all things career development and accessing our office. Handshake is available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it is free to all Mercerians, both, again, currently enrolled and alumni. It's important to note that if you are a currently enrolled student, your account has already been created for you. You don't even have to request an account. It has been created for you and it is just waiting for you to activate it. That also goes for any alumni who graduated since July 1st, 2017. Any alumni who want to access the platform that graduated before July 1st, 2017, all they will do is they will go on our website, career.mercer.edu, follow the Handshake prompts, and they can request an account that we will verify. So with that, how do you log onto the platform? We did everything within our power to make this process as easy as possible. And so when you get to mercer.joinhandshake.com, you'll be greeted with this screen. For current students, you are going to click the button that says Mercer Student, which will take you to our Stadium logon screen. You'll log in with your student ID number and password, and then you'll be redirected back to the platform with full access to all of its resources. It's important to note that alumni who request an account will not use the Mercer University student button. They instead will use the link that is right below that button that says sign in with your email address. Handshake has made things as convenient as possible for today's career seeker, and they have 3 different methods through which you can access the platform. Of course, there's your traditional web-based platform, which you can access through any PC or Mac. They also have a mobile app, which is available both on Apple and Android systems through the Play Store. And they also have a mobile responsive web page, so that should you access the web page through your mobile device or tablet, it is a very mobile responsive platform. And then of course they have special formatting just for email. I will point out here that Mercer is very unique. If you are going to download the app, it is important for you to realize that your account was made with the name version of your email, not the Mercer ID number version of your email. So current students, when you go to download the app and it asks for your email, you want to make sure that you are using the toby.d.bear@live.mercer.edu email account instead of your MUID. Mercer University is the only place that will recognize your MUID email and the name version of your email as the same person. Again, with that, I would highly encourage you to download the app. It makes searching your career and access to career resources available at your fingertips whenever you like. Once you get onto the platform, whether it is through web or through the app, your first task is going to be completing your profile. We know that candidates with a completed profile are much more likely to be viewed and messaged by employers. Just so that you know, we have loaded minimal information about you because we want you to tailor this to exactly what you need. The things that have been loaded into the platform are your name, your email, your major and the college that your major falls in. So for example, biomedical engineering in the School of Engineering, your academic standing, first year, sophomore, junior, and so on. And this information is coming directly from the registrar's office. So if you see something in Handshake that looks a little off, it means that that information is coming directly to us from the registrar, and you will need to check with the registrar to update that information. Things that you can customize your profile with are your career interest, your GPA, your academic and career goals, what types of opportunities you're looking for. And you can even customize it all the way down to telling the system which geographic areas you're likely to consider after graduation. It's important to note that Handshake, the more of this information that you put into the system, the better results you're going to get out of Handshake. Handshake has a discovery platform or discovery method, which is very similar to a Spotify playlist, Netflix, Pandora, where the more you interact with the system, the better results it's going to give you. So if you can build a complete profile, it's going to make more accurate career suggestions and job suggestions to you. Additionally, it's always important to put a profile picture on your account. We do this, as we know, through our interactions with social media, that we are far more likely to interact with someone whose picture we can see. We can tell at that point if we recognize them. And so as our office would suggest to you, we really want you to upload a headshot. It's important to know that headshots don't necessarily have to be done by a professional photographer. There are ways that you can do it on your own, but we would suggest that you, of course, smile for your photo, keep it simple with an easy background, dress professionally, and also it's important to know that we do offer the opportunity to take headshots at some of our large events, such as career fairs and networking nights, so that to take a little bit of the pressure off of you. Once you get into the system, one of the additional things that the platform is going to ask you is, who do you want to see your profile? And as of course, it's important to know that this visibility matters. The three different methods through which you can have your profile visible, and it's also important to note that you can edit these at any time, as you can keep a private profile, which is visible to you only and to the members of our staff. You can open it up to employers so that those people who have the opportunities that are and are looking for potential candidates can view you, or you can open it up to the entire community. And the community setting allows you not only to engage and interact with employers and recruiters, but it also allows you to engage and interact with other students and alumni from our university and from other universities. And so with that, the community Designation means that if you're seeking career advice, you can look at other students' profiles, you can reach out to them, you can reach out to someone in the profession and ask for career advice. And we would always suggest the community setting, but if you have any questions about this, please feel free to reach out to one of us and we'll be happy to help. Once you have your profile updated with your photo, it's important for you to add some career documents. You can add resumes, cover letters, transcripts, and then there's a section for other documents, which is usually used for writing samples. It can also be used for class schedules. It just depends on what a recruiter is looking for you to upload. You can upload, again, multiple documents, and we would always encourage that you customize each resume or each document that you upload for the opportunity you're applying for. When you upload a document, we on the CCPD end, we are going to be prompted, and we will then shoot you back some feedback about your document to help you meet your career goals. Again, you're not limited on the number of documents you can have on your profile. If you haven't started building professional documents, that's totally okay. I'd like to direct you to our website, career.mercer.edu, where we have an entire section of our webpage dedicated to resume resources, from building your first resume all the way to asking for salary negotiations, building that executive resume, anything that you could need to build your professional documents. Handshake, though, is by far known for being a job search platform. But at this point, I'd also like really to point out, it's not just about jobs. It's not just about that position that you'll find after graduation. There's jobs, there's internships. For jobs and internships, there's full-time and part-time opportunities. There's career-based volunteer opportunities, graduate and continuing education opportunities, military recruitment. There is any number of opportunities happening on Handshake. We do approve approximately 275 new employers each month. And with that, we're approving almost 2,500 job and internship postings per month. So it's a pretty powerful tool. When you go into the job portion of Handshake, you'll get there using your upper menu bar and clicking on jobs. You can do any number of searches. You can search by keywords. You will also receive suggestions that will tell you what some other peers with your academic major are searching for. It'll give you some filters, and you can save any of your searches and have the system email you those results for that search daily or weekly. And you can adjust these settings anytime in your notification section. Also important to note is that you can track employers on the system. So for example, if you like the Georgia Department of Public Health, but they don't currently have any positions listed on the webpage, you can star their profile. What will happen then is that anytime that employer posts a new job, you'll receive a notification for that job posting. The cool part about that also is that if that employer is going to attend any one of our events at any one of the Mercer campuses, you will also receive notification about their attendance at a career event with Mercer. So how do you apply for a job? Applying for a job is actually pretty simple. What you're going to do is, again, to get to the job section, you'll click jobs up at the top. This will take you to the job postings, at which point you can search for any opportunity. When you find the opportunity, you can view the details on the right-hand side and then click apply. At this point, you will see the documents that the employer has requested. You'll upload those documents or use an existing document. You can answer the work authorization questions, or you can decline to answer those questions and then submit your application. It's really that simple. It is important to note, though, that some employers collect applications through Handshake, while others collect their information through their company web pages. If that is the case, instead of seeing an apply button, you'll see a button that says apply externally. When you click that apply externally button, you will be redirected to the employer's webpage where you can fill out the official application on their webpage. As you're working on these applications and on your documents, or even if you're not quite sure where to get started, you can schedule an appointment with any member of our staff, and you'll do that through the appointment setting. The appointment setting is located in the upper right-hand corner under Career Center. At that point, once you click on that, you will be asked which campus you would like to schedule an appointment for, and then you can select any staff member and schedule on their calendar. It's important to note that we do appointments face-to-face, by phone, and virtually. So you don't necessarily have to be in the same room as the person that you are talking with if that is prohibitive to you. Another section of the webpage that I want to call your attention to is our events and resources. To access the events, again, you'll use the Events tab up at the top, and you can scroll through any event that is either being hosted by our office or approved by our office. You click into the event to see more details about that particular event, and if you're interested in attending, you'll click Join Event. In this case, this is a career fair, and you can click View All Employers to see which employers will be attending this fair. The system will send you event reminders to remind you that you have an event coming up when you RSVP. We also have a resources section located under Career Center, and this is where we link all of the important resources that are available to you, again, 24/7. You don't have to wait during business hours to access any of the resources. We have made them available to you as you need them. With that, it is important for you to know your resources. We have a number of different things located in the resources section that will help you search for jobs, customize your resume, prepare for the interview, and really just know and identify anything potentially career related that we can share. We are constantly updating this section, and so you will start to see some improvements in this section, some changes in this section over time, but know again that this section is available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. One of the things that we like to talk about quite a bit is Big Interview, because of course, after you identify the job and you've customized the resume and you've worked with us on your professional documents, you might get called for an interview. It's important to note that we do mock interviews, and so we are always happy to sit down with you and to discuss interview strategy, to share the tips and tricks that we know, and to conduct a mock interview. But sometimes timing just doesn't work out. You might get a notification of an interview that's happening in 48 hours, and tomorrow you have a jam-packed schedule and just can't get into our office to see. So with that, we have Big Interview. Big Interview is a mock interview and career development platform that we have made available to our students and our alumni, where you can practice and learn all about the interview process if you don't have the opportunity to come in. So it's important to know here that Big Interview is linked, within our Handshake platform, but you do have to request an account. When you click into our resources section and click on the resource that says prepare for your interview, you will receive instructions on how to create your Big Interview account. You'll be directed to Mercer's portal for Big Interview, request your account with your .edu account if you're a current student, and you'll be redirected to this platform. Again, alumni, there are special instructions for you if you are no longer using your .edu account. Once you're in the platform, you can jump immediately into the fast track or mastery track and jump right into a mock interview, or you can go through some of their written curriculum. They do have some excellent videos on how to build a resume, how to prep for an interview, how to negotiate. There's just some really neat items here. But what happens when you decide that you want to do a mock interview is you're going to see something that looks like this up at the top. It's going to ask you, what type of interview are you preparing for? For most people, the general start here, the green play button is going to be what is going to work best for you. There are a lot of amazing interviews there where you can click in to say, I'm looking for a specific type of interview, a specific type of skill set. And you can do any number of mock interviews. What does a mock interview look like within this platform? Well, in the lower left-hand side, you'll see me. I did a mock interview for a med school admissions committee just for this purpose. And so you will see a prompt come up on the screen. So on the left-hand portion of that is a gentleman who would ask me the interview question. And then you have the opportunity to record yourself giving that answer. And you can go through a full interview. Once you're done with your interview, you can rewatch your answers so that you know how many times you're using filler words, if you're not sure about an answer, if something didn't sound right. You can even share your answers with someone in our office, with a friend, with a colleague, with a professor to ask for feedback. And again, you can do any number of mock interviews. The purpose, of course, of this platform is to get coached by an expert so that if you can't make it to work with one of us, that you can get the feedback that you need immediately, right on hand. You can interview with confidence so that you're not dealing with those first set of interview jitters once you go into your actual interview, and the hopes, of course, that you nail the interview and get the position. With that, I do want to point out, because I mentioned this earlier, what happens if you need individualized assistance? Again, we can help you with your career documents. We can also help with mock interviews, negotiation tips, networking, preparing for any one of our events. And so it'll be important for you to know how to schedule an appointment with our office. To schedule an appointment with our office, you will click on Career Center, and then you'll go down to the Appointments section. Once you're in the Appointments section, you'll see any upcoming appointments or past appointments, but you'll want to click New Appointment, and then click the campus by which you want to visit. From there, you can select any number of our appointments. You can pick the day, the week, and the time that is available in our calendar, and then you can schedule and let us know what it is that you need assistance with. I do like to point out here that you are not tied to your campus and you are not tied to a specific individual. So for example, in this visual, we are using the Macon campus. There are 3 people that you can have appointments with on the Macon campus. We each have a specialty, but it does not mean that you can't meet with someone on the Atlanta campus or the Henry County Regional Academic Center. It doesn't mean that you're tied to one of the 3 of us. You are welcome to schedule an appointment who works with your schedule and your interest and needs. Once you schedule an appointment, you will receive this confirmation screen. It is important to note that during the sign-up process, we do ask for a cell phone number so that in the event that we should need more information from you for your appointment, or we should need to contact you, that we have a number that's easily accessible to reach you. Again, we are proud to offer appointments face-to-face, by phone, and virtually by the Zoom platform like we're using right now. We also have several social media platforms that we would like to invite you to follow us on. We are on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn, and you can find us by looking up at Mercer CCPD. We post some fun things there. We post reminders about our events and any tips and tricks that we would like to share. Specifically during events like our week-long events as Internship Week or Career and Professional Development Week, a lot of times we'll post some of our career tips and tricks on our social media. With that, we would like to thank you for attending today. As a quick reminder, of course, this webinar is going to be posted on our YouTube channel and on our webpage. We will likely also share it through some of our other social media. But I told you at the beginning that I would be challenging you to activate your account today. So again, current students and alumni who have graduated since July 1st, 2017 will use the following method for logging in. You click the Mercer Student Logon button, use your Mercer ID number and associated password, and then log in. For alumni who graduated prior to July 1st, 2017, if you have not already requested an account, you will click the link in the upper right-hand corner that says not yet a member, request an account, and you will submit the information to our office and we will verify your graduation from the institution and approve your account. Again, with that, I'd like to say thank you, and we will open up the floor if there are any questions.
Again, this is a reminder, if you do have questions, please place them in the chat box feature. Seeing no questions, I think we'll go ahead and conclude the webinar for today. We want to thank you again for joining us for our Handshake and Big Interview webinar.